Breaking news from Barcelona. Massive updates coming straight out of Camp Nou today. Youngster Lamine Yamal has completely transformed. His attitude, focus, and determination in training have impressed everyone at the club. After weeks of challenges, the 18-year-old is showing real leadership, even outshining Mbappe and Doku in key Champions League stats. Meanwhile, reports reveal that Barcelona are now leading the race to sign Manchester City star Jon Stones on a free transfer, and Gavi's emotional message ahead of Barcelona's return to the new Spotify Camp Nou has brought tears to the fans' eyes. Stay tuned till the end as we break down Yamal's incredible resurgence, Barcelona's move for Jon Stones, Gavi's touching Camp Nou tribute, and how Hansi Flick plans to rebuild Barca's identity again. Barcelona winger makes noticeable change that has impressed everyone at the club, report. According to a recent report from El País via FCB World, a noticeable shift has been observed within Barcelona's training ground, particularly in Lamine Yamal. The young star, who had endured a difficult spell earlier this season both on and off the field, is now showing a renewed sense of focus, determination, and maturity that hasn't gone unnoticed by those around him. In fact, the outlet mentions that within the club, several staff members reportedly agree that Lamine has changed in recent weeks. The teenager is said to be more engaged during training, displaying enthusiasm and discipline while pushing himself to reclaim his role as one of the team's technical leaders. There were signs. The report points out that even in matches where his brilliance did not quite shine through, Yamal's growth has been evident. Instead of dwelling on a subdued performance, he demonstrated accountability and self-awareness. In that matter, a club source reveals, he is very smart, he knows exactly what he did well and what he did poorly, and he has learned the lesson. Within the club, opinions are divided over how Hansi Flick manages the youngster. Some at the club see that Flick pampers Lamine too much, the report states, while others see him as the only one capable of reining in his ego. What is beyond dispute, however, is that Yamal's confidence and flair have returned, and he once again looks like the electrifying talent who captured Europe's attention last season. The only positive. Unfortunately, while Yamal seems to be rediscovering his rhythm, Barcelona as a whole appear to be losing theirs. The report notes that the team no longer presses as it once did, no longer defends as a single unit, and lacks the attacking momentum that defined it last season. That contrast captures the current state of the Blaugrana perfectly. Yamal has regained his individual brilliance, but Barcelona have yet to recover its collective identity. His resurgence may offer hope, but for Flick, the greater challenge lies in reigniting the team's spirit and restoring their trademark intensity on the pitch. Barcelona superstar outshines Mbappe and Doku in crucial Champions League stats. Barcelona's teenage sensation Lamine Yamal is beginning to rediscover his best form. After battling through a difficult injury spell, the 18-year-old appears to be back to his electrifying self, and his latest masterclass against Club Brugge proved just that. While his performance in Belgium was a joy to watch, it merely underlines what has been a consistent pattern in recent weeks. Yamal's sharpness, creativity, and stamina are returning in full flow, confirming that he is now physically and mentally back on track. Numbers to prove. Statistically, his numbers in the UEFA Champions League are nothing short of astonishing. Yamal currently leads the tournament in successful dribbles, completing 36 in just 3 matches. That puts him ahead of some of Europe's finest attackers, namely Jeremy Doku of Manchester City, 32, Anthony Gordon of Newcastle and Kasper Haag of Bodo/Glimt, 29 each, and even Kylian Mbappe of Real Madrid, who sits on 26. Against Club Brugge, the young winger covered 9.8 kilometers, one of the highest figures recorded by a Barcelona player that night. To put that into perspective, Marcus Rashford managed 9.3 kilometers in 83 minutes, while Ferran Torres registered 6.3 kilometers. Perfect time to rediscover form. At a time when Hansi Flick's Barcelona are still struggling to find consistency and rhythm, Lamine Yamal has become one of the few bright spots in the squad. His fearless attitude and confidence on the ball have set him apart, and many inside the club now see him as a little leader capable of sparking a revival for the team in the coming weeks. That leadership was on full display against Club Brugge. Out of Barcelona's 8 shots on target, 3 came from Yamal, 2 of which led directly to goals. One was a brilliant finish after a slick 1-2 with Fermin Lopez, while the other forced an own goal from Christos Tsolis. At just 18, Yamal is proving he's not just a rising star. He's becoming a player Barcelona can truly rely on. Meanwhile, off the pitch, Barcelona are already planning ahead for the future. According to reports, the Catalan Giants are leading the race to sign Manchester City's 31-year-old defender, Jon Stones, on a free transfer next summer. Barca's interest doesn't come as a surprise. After all, they've previously brought in Sergio Aguero, Eric Garcia, and Ilkay Gundogan from City without paying a transfer fee. Both clubs share a similar footballing philosophy, heavily influenced by Pep Guardiola, making these moves feel natural. Stones, whose contract expires at the end of the season, is one of the best ball-playing defenders in Europe when fit. If Barcelona can manage his injury risk, his experience and composure could be a perfect addition to Flick's rebuilding project. One of Pep Guardiola's most trusted lieutenants at the Etihad over the years, the 31-year-old has been there almost as long as the Spanish tactician himself. He is one of the most talented defenders in the world, but injuries often hamper his progress. When fit and in form, there are not many better ball-playing center-backs than Stones. He can also play as a defensive midfielder and a right-back. Stylistically, he is very similar to the current version of Eric Garcia, and more than anything, he is an astute tactical mind. City are not against offering a new contract to Stones, but want to wait for him to prove his fitness before doing so. Barcelona also need to be wary of his injury history before offering him a contract, and we will have to wait and see how Deco and company approach this situation. Barcelona fan favorite shares emotional message ahead of Camp Nou return. Always in my memory. Barcelona are set to train at the new Spotify Camp Nou for the first time today, marking a historic moment in the club's journey back home. Just hours before the official session, Gavi took to social media to share a heartfelt message that stirred emotions among fans worldwide. It has been a long wait. The last time Barcelona played at their iconic stadium was on May 28, 2023, in a La Liga fixture against Mallorca. That day, the Catalans celebrated a comfortable 3-0 victory, with Gavi himself on the scoresheet. Few knew then that this would be the final time the team would step foot on the old Camp Nou before the massive redevelopment project began. Now, after 894 days, the Blaugrana are finally returning to their spiritual home. The comeback represents more than just a training session, as it symbolizes progress, nostalgia, and renewal. On his Instagram account, the young midfielder shared an emotional message. "It will always be an honor and it will remain in my memory to have scored the last goal at the old Camp Nou. Looking forward to enjoying the new one with all of you, Barca," he wrote, adding a blue and red heart emoji to symbolize the club's colors. In the photos he posted, Gavi appears walking on crutches across the freshly laid grass, a reminder of his ongoing recovery. The second image captures his memorable goal celebration against Mallorca, a bittersweet memory, as part of the Joel Sud section of the third tier had already been demolished at that time. It must be noted that after enduring discomfort in his knee for several months, the 21-year-old underwent arthroscopic surgery in late September to address internal meniscus issues. The club later confirmed that his estimated recovery period would be between 4 and 5 months, which means his return could be expected sometime between January and February. So there you have it, Lamine Yamal is back to his best, Jon Stones could be the next big signing, and Gavi's emotional message reminds everyone what Barcelona truly stands for: passion, unity, and pride. Do you think Barcelona should sign Jon Stones despite his injury record? And is Lamine Yamal ready to become the club's new leader at just 18 years old? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading them all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Barcelona transfer news, injury updates, and exclusive reports.